Met Police face independent inquiry over fears 300 recruits not properly vetted before being allowed to join the force and given police powers. The move comes after internal reviews by the Met, the country's largest police service, suggested there may have been significant failures in background checks for recruits, leaving open the potential that individuals who should have been disqualified from service were instead fast-tracked into active duty. What triggered the inquiry? The inquiry has been ordered by the Home Secretary and will be independently conducted by His Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary and Fire and Rescue Services, HMI-CFRS. It follows preliminary findings from the Met's own internal investigation, dubbed Operation Eureka, which first identified issues in vetting practices. Officials have stressed that vetting is a critical safeguard designed to ensure officers do not have hidden criminal convictions, associations with criminal networks, serious integrity risks such as debt vulnerability, or other traits that could jeopardize public safety. Context of vetting failures. Concerns over vetting standards at the Met have amplified in recent years, particularly in light of high-profile scandals involving serving officers. Notable cases such as the murder of Sarah Everard by serving Met officer Wayne Couzens and the serial rape and abuse committed by former Met officer David Carrick deeply eroded public trust in the force. Reviews of these cases found that vetting and other oversight mechanisms failed to identify clear red flags before recruitment and throughout their service. The period under investigation largely overlaps with the government's Police Uplift program, which sought to recruit thousands of new police officers rapidly. Critics and even past watchdog reports warned that speeding up recruitment carries risks of inadequate background screening and compromised standards, especially when recruiting at such scale. Timeline and responsibility. The vetting lapses appear tied to recruitment activities stretching back to 2016 and continuing until 2023, a period covering leadership under former Commissioner Dame Cressida Dick and her predecessor, as well as part of the early tenure of current Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley. Since taking the helm in 2022, Commissioner Rowley has initiated reforms aimed at rebuilding confidence in the force. As part of this effort, the Met has been urgently re-vetting officers whose initial checks are now in question, though it has not publicly confirmed if any officers have been removed or disciplined as a result. Met's public messaging. The force has been cautious in public messaging, reiterating that a review is underway into historic vetting and hiring practices between 2016 and 2023. A spokesperson stated this review forms part of a determined effort to raise professional standards and to restore trust within communities. However, the force has not revealed how many of the affected recruits, if any, have been subject to disciplinary action or dismissal. Broader implications. Observers say the independent inquiry will be crucial not just for accountability, but also for understanding how vetting systems at Britain's largest police force could fail so substantially at a time when public scrutiny of police integrity is intense. Past inspections and parliamentary scrutiny have previously highlighted shortcomings in vetting, with watchdogs warning that poorly conducted background checks can allow unsuitable candidates into policing. The findings of the independent inquiry are expected to have wide-ranging implications for policing standards across England and Wales, potentially prompting changes to national vetting policies and